What's up, tubulars? I am actually involved in a challenge right now. Am I a Scrooge? Have I fallen out of love with the holidays, with Christmas spirit? Has it left my body? Has it left my soul? And I've been informed by my family that that might be possible. Now, I have created this challenge over the last couple of weeks by collecting a ton of content. I've been recording a ton of content over the last couple of weeks, and I'm hoping that this project has helped me fall in love with Christmas again. So a little bit of backstory, and this is probably relevant to you, especially if you're an adult watching this video. So I think as kids, no matter what our personal circumstances are, we always think about these magical opportunities that can happen. So we think about the spirit of Christmas and the magic that can happen around that time. The things that can happen as far as whatever you're asking for when it comes to presents, or whether it's snowing outside or being playful and singing songs. And you kind of have that youth on your side and that innocence. And as we get older, do we become a bit more Scroogey, especially myself, like I said, as I've been informed by my family. So has this project helped me fall in love with Christmas? I don't know. Have I become less of a Scrooge because of it? So one of the challenges is that now I had to exercise a lot of patience. My kids earn money over the year, and they actually take their own money and they buy themselves or buy each other gifts. So I actually told them that there was no limit as to where I would take them to go shopping for those gifts. Well, as you can imagine, they all three chose the mall. And I took all three of them to the mall, not at the same time, but 3 separate times. I was always wondering this, but apparently people still come to the mall. So I have to say, after a third trip to the mall, third son, and set of presents for his brothers, that I prefer shopping online. I just do. I love shopping online. I've been doing it for years, and I can definitely say it is solidified that I like shopping online.
I was just saying, I know you like online shopping because you're mainly a tech guy, and from last experience, having to always go to stores, trying to online, you can just type in something, boom, it's right there. You buy it, but sometimes you have to go to different stores to actually find exactly what you want.
One of the things I'll tell you is that I know where my car is when I'm shopping online. It's in the driveway while I'm shopping online. So for someone that shops online, it was definitely a really big challenge to go to the mall. But I did it. I didn't complain. I exercised patience, and I really enjoyed spending that time with my kids. And they did finally get stuff, except for Liam. We had to go somewhere else after the mall to get a gift. But either way, I definitely enjoyed that time. And speaking of the mall, speaking of clothing, speaking of trends, when in the world did ugly sweaters actually become a thing? I actually grew up in Virginia, and my family made homemade sweaters, or whatever it is that they did. They put sweaters together, sweatshirts and t-shirts and whatnot. And how in the world did this actually become a trend? So when did ugly sweaters become a thing? Hipsters. Does my head look big in this? I love Christmas lights as far as looking at the Christmas lights, especially when it's in the city. and we were in Denver, and I love looking at those lights, and it was gorgeous. But when it comes to the lights around the neighborhood and keeping up with the neighbors, I mean, really, I think that's just self-imposed pressure when you're just trying to keep up with the neighbors. Do your own thing. I mean, the lights are beautiful, although I don't know about those blow-up like globes and snowmen and Santas. I mean, that's definitely not my thing. If it's yours, that's great. But putting up those holiday lights the day after Halloween, that's not my bag. I'm more of a, let's say, get it up around December 20th kind of guy. And speaking of those decorations, the Christmas tree itself. Lighting the Christmas tree has always been my job. We always get a live tree, and we have not had an artificial tree except for when the kids were like really, really young. We didn't even really do a tree, or we did a tabletop tree. But the last 8 or 9 years, we have actually purchased a live tree, and this year was no different. And of course, lighting that tree, again, that is definitely my job. That is something that I've done year after year. And so I, spend a lot of time trying to light the tree just right. All right. And the weather has definitely been unseasonably warm. Maybe it's the fact that it's 65 degrees on December 12th in Colorado. I mean, yeah, it's sunny in Boulder, typically in the winter, but this is ridiculous. Global warming? Not sure, but I'll kind of take it selfishly. Although snow did eventually creep in later in the month, but it has been quite extraordinary to have 65 plus degree weather in the middle of December. It doesn't necessarily put most people in the Christmas spirit, especially when you're living in Colorado. And do Christmas musicals or ballet really put you in the mood? We actually had an opportunity to go see Elf at the DCPA, which is the Denver Center for Performing Arts, and it was actually pretty fun, but I don't know. Is that something that's really off-putting, too commercialized? I don't know. Either way, it was fun for us. We enjoyed ourselves. It might have actually pushed me a little closer to being in the holiday spirit. The Christmas cards. This has definitely been a ton of pressure. Self-imposed or peer pressure or whatever that is. We love getting the Christmas cards. And I'll tell you, the Bushes, you guys really rocked this one. So your faces in the cookies and Poppy, your dog, trying to sniff or potentially eat them. Anyway, we have a hard time getting these Christmas cards out. Like, not even just on time, period. We typically send a New Year's or Valentine's Day card. We just don't get them out. It's nothing personal that we haven't sent you a Christmas card. You'll definitely get a New Year's or Valentine's Day card from us. So keep sending them. We definitely love them. We appreciate the time and effort that you're putting into these. All right, and this whole craze that happened several years ago, the Elf on the Shelf, I don't know where that elf is this year. Crispy Missmas, Declan actually named the elf Crispy Missmas, and Crispy has not been around this year. I don't even know where in the world this elf is. He was supposed to show up the day after Thanksgiving. I think that's usually when the elf shows up, and Crispy was nowhere to be found. The kids have been asking, where is Crispy? What's going on? What happened? Is Crispy sick? Did we touch him? Did he lose his magic? Not even sure. And Crispy, I don't know where you are this year, but we have enjoyed trying to find wherever you are, whatever mischief you're getting in each and every morning, and the new spots that you're always in. So maybe we'll actually see you next year. I don't know, but the kids do miss you. Then there's actually the pressure of the stockings. Not the fact that, we have stockings and we want to put candy in them. No. We have very special gifts that we end up putting in the stocking. So Santa actually puts all that candy and those fun little things in there. But when it comes to the special items, we spend a lot of time trying to find those very, very special items at these very special stores each and every year. And I think we're always trying to one-up the year previous. So a lot of pressure there on the stockings. And then here's the thing that can definitely make you very Scroogey and sort of lose the spirit of Christmas. So parents, how many times have you gotten your child a gift, whether it could even be for a birthday or you bought them something for Christmas or the stuff that they get from Santa? And here's the thing, something like this that we got just last year that was used for maybe better part of a week and has been collecting dust. However, boys, I have commandeered this thing and we are going to fit a camera on this. I'm going to build a gimbal for this particular RC car and put a camera on it, and we'll see how this thing rolls. So this toy is now mine. And so I think as an adult, we may lose a little bit of that Christmas spirit when it comes to the fact that maybe not all of us actually gets a Christmas vacation. For some of you, you may take off during the holidays with your kids and you may travel, and that's cool. And we definitely take off some time around the holidays, but it's just not the same as getting a Christmas break where there's really just, you wake up when you want. You almost like you eat what you want. You do what you want when you want, and you're staying up late, whatever it is. Christmas break, there's really nothing like it. So what about that last minute shopping that you have to do for the holidays? Now, we're coming off like Thanksgiving, right? So all that pressure was behind us for like a hot second because, that's in the rear view, and then you head into the Christmas holiday, and then the pressure it's resurfaced. So you got like last minute things to pick up at the store. Maybe there's some things left over from Thanksgiving that you can bring into the Christmas dinner. However, you also have to kind of make it just as good, if not better, when it comes to bringing family and friends in. Fortunately, it'll be the 5 of us around that table for Christmas dinner. However, we do put a little bit of pressure on ourselves to make it something really special. So what have I figured out in these last 2 weeks of recording all of this film and putting it all together? I can definitely say I have enjoyed spending that extra time with my kids, with my family, taking them shopping, and yes, even the mall, spending several hours there each and every time. That is, this is not cumulative. Each time, several hours in the pursuit of finding the perfect gift. Now, like I said, you can stoke that fire and get that flame again. I feel like I did. So having a little extra patience, holding the door for someone, letting someone take that parking spot at the mall that you've been waiting 4 hours for, whatever it is, talking to someone. I'm not much of a singer, but singing a carol, just getting into the spirit, exercising patience. And hey, I know that there's also the stressors of how you decorate your house, how many presents you're buying for your family. And I grew up in a household where we did not have a lot of extra money, and sometimes we barely had anything. So I'm not saying that you have to go out and spend extra money or donate money that you don't have, but if you have just a little extra time on your hands to help someone, to talk to someone, to embrace someone, because it can actually be difficult for a lot of people. No matter what your background is, where you are in your life, it can still be very challenging. All I can say is that this project for me has helped me rekindle that Christmas spirit. And I hope in some way, whether it's right now, tomorrow, or next week, I just hope that it's soon, that whatever Christmas makes you feel, if it's stressful, I hope that there is like just a glimmer of hope in the fact that Christmas can be a magical time. Regardless of what's going on, there are some very special things that happen around this time. Anyway, this is what I have. I love this project. I do feel closer to the Christmas spirit again, and I hope to continue this year over year. Thanks so much for watching. Wishing you all a very Merry Christmas, safe holidays, healthy holidays, and we'll catch you on the next one.